the day, you about to fall apart, you walked in, right back into point. You know what I'm saying? You don't even gotta work, just being here.
Good morning. What's up? What happened yesterday? Okay, so my frustration, and I came back up here to talk to Carla, because my frustration was I don't give nobody no time. If I'm coming in early, I just be like, I'm coming in early, or I just come. I don't get no time. So for you to relay messages saying that, oh, she said she'll be here at 4. No, boo-boo, I don't say that. And then it's like, what was you doing? The kitchen is still open. Now you let me leave. I told you, if I can't leave, it's fine, no problem. I was even like, well, if I need to stay, I even stay and shut down the kitchen. But when she let me leave, it was super slow. So it was like, I guess she thought.
She texted me that night and was like, hey, just FYI, we got slammed. We've been slammed since 8. And so the coolers haven't been touched. And I was like, well, somebody else getting coolers. And she texted back and was like, I'll just stay let you do them. That's what you signed up for. You're an assistant, you know what I'm saying? I just turned over and went back to sleep. I didn't even acknowledge it. But in my head, I'm thinking, I told her it's busy on Wednesday evening. She's not gonna be able to let me stay and leave. Like, Abby needed 3 people. That's why I had an 8, a 10, and 11. But you heard when you asked me, what did I say? I said no.
You said.
I said they need you.
Yeah. You probably ain't gonna be able to go because they need you.
But I know that her trying to be friendly with you and Jay and all that. In my mind, I was like, she's gonna let me stay and leave. But I'm not knowing that she let you leave at 5. There's no way she can handle this on the evening with 1 foot first and 1 kitchen first. There's no way.
And then
so that's why she fell short.
And it's like, so.
And the picture that I got yesterday.
The sub out. So,
oh my God.
So I came up here. And I made the sub.
Well, I know after Janae ended up sitting it like later in the morning. But he took a picture as soon as he got here. And it was so many hours. And I was like, he was like, bruh. And I'm like, Janae, why would you take a store over like that? When you take a store over like that, then I'm coming for you. I'm like, why would you take a store over like that? She's like, well, she told me that his family was coming back at 4 to make a sandwich. I was like, if you got shopped overnight last night, we got a bad score. I was like, that's never an option. I said, subs needs to be done. Like, that's not an option. Not, and it wasn't even on you at that point. I was like, I'm going to talk to Carla about that because as a 1-8 coverage, you should know that's never an option for a coverage to tell you they're coming back. I don't care if they told you a time or not. You can't leave sub out, and you can't fall space out of date subs because that's what they was like. Yeah, she said, oh, don't go either way, even though they're out of date. I'm just gonna leave them fall space till Miss Cindy comes back. I'm like, that's not the quick trip way. That's not policy. She was like, I know. She was like, even me and Tracy both looked at her when she said that. Like,
and you know,
and
Tracy
like,
didn't get mad because she was like, I know they ain't trying to talk bad about my mom. I know she ain't trying to sit up here. Because like I told her, I would never leave us. You could say all the shit that you want to say. You could say, oh, Miss Tammy, she do her dishwater. Oh, Miss Tammy do this. But you can't never say that I ever turn over a bag.
Well, you left at 5, so the kitchen was
and
open
the
for
kitchen
another 5
is still
hours.
open for 5 hours. So what did your kitchen clerk do while she was in there?
And Janae said, when I got here, Kamaya was still just standing around. I'm like, exactly. She's like, I asked her, why didn't Kamaya do so? She said, Kiara, no, I asked her. She was like, and Carla called it attitude, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. And I'm just like, okay. So yesterday evening, I was like, hey, I waited till I was like, hey, I'm not there today. I didn't feel good, but we cannot leave the kitchen like this. And I seen her picture, and she did become very defensive. She was like, well, it's funny to me that, you know, the neighbor that I pulled for stuff when I came in on Wednesday, that she should have pulled the night before. And I talked to her about what the plan was, but I'll talk to you tomorrow about it. I'm like, no, she told me that you said that Miss Tammy, I didn't find out till later on that she left at 5. Tracy ended up telling me yesterday evening when I was texting her about, hey, can you tell them to do X, Y, and Z? And Tracy was like, well, she let my mom leave at 5 o'clock. She's like, and you're absolutely right. If her store wasn't good, she should have let my mom leave. And I was like, yeah, like, I'm not blaming Tammy. The manager told her she could leave, she left. I was like, it ain't on Tammy. She's like, my issue was never pictures. Like, I don't think nobody's issue was, I don't know what their conversation was.
Right.
What your and Carla's conversation was, but my issue yesterday when I got that picture, and I found out you left that 5 o'clock, it was nothing for me to say.
It's on management, and it's like, what frustrated me is Kamaya called. Like I said, I was asleep. I'm asleep. So I get a call from Quick Trip, and all I remember is Kamaya saying, I'm disappointed. Look, I'm half asleep. I said, what are you talking about? She was like, there's no sub. You told me subs was made. I said, no. I told you time made subs earlier. But that still doesn't mean that you don't do your job afterwards. Like, you still have to check. If I'm turning over a kitchen and you coming in, you want to know what's done. And then it was like, they said that I didn't even come back here yesterday, but they was like, it's a sink full of dishes. So I ain't leave no dishes. I wash as I go. So I didn't leave no dishes. So what did they hear about it? Where's the sink full of dishes coming from? So it's like, what was you doing? Like, y'all have time. And because y'all choose to use y'all free time on y'all phones and do all of that, that's not my issue. But don't sit up here and say,
well, this store cannot be ran with one assistant and 2 clerks. It just can't. It can't be. It can't. So she should have never let you do that. And I get it. You asked. She let you do this
and she ain't happy. Like I said, when
I think she kind of felt pressure too.
When she said, I don't know, whiskey. I thought, okay, whiskey. I started doing the stuff that I do if I'm going to close the kitchen. So when I turned over the kitchen to Kamaya, I was like, you don't have to pour bread. Didn't pour no bread.
No, they didn't, because that's what he said. He sent me that. He was like, there was no grilled cheese bread full, no sub roll full. Like, he was pissed. And I'm like, I hate that I don't feel good this morning. I'm like, I would have been there and I would have still said the same thing, but I would have been here to help them. You know what I'm saying? So literally the store was on fire until like about 8:30. And then, you know, it was 4 in here, 4 guys, they got it, you know, back together. But I felt so bad. I'm like, my stomach hurt so bad. My only thing is when the name was like, this Sammy came and put her stuff in for a day. It was like, did you put my day in? And she was like, no, I never put something. She was like, her only issue is Tracy talked to her mom like Tracy knew that her mom was calling out, like, why she didn't tell me. And she's valid in that.
Tracy did not know, because when I was stressed, when I came up here yesterday.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm like, she called out because you called me.
When I
check on me, I'm like, she
when
called
I
out.
came up here, I was stressed. I was ready. But it was like, y'all trying to run this bullshit on me? Like, how is this, like, y'all allow this girl to just talk her way out of, I keep trying to tell y'all, these are fucking kids. And when you are dealing with kids, they're gonna play one parent against the other, just like in real life. And that's what they did. They played you, because there is no way that you are allowing, even when I was here, her and Savion, it don't take 2 of y'all to do nothing. One of y'all should be doing this, one of y'all should be doing that. Hey. And it's like y'all both doing the same thing. And it's I was like, I don't know, personal. Somebody always gave me gay or bisexual vibes. I don't
No, I
know.
thought she was too.
So-
I just assumed. I ain't never asked her.
But the way she was following after Savion, I was like, oh. So it was just like, okay, y'all
And I told him
into
this morning too. I said, even when it's ER in the store, assistants, they may not know how 780 runs. I said, but you do. You've been here for years. And he was listening to me. I said, I was like, and I'm not blaming anyone because ultimately I'm coming from the assistant and everything. I was like, but come on, y'all know what to do. I was like, why don't we just do it? I said, you know how I am. I said, you know that I like those work foods to stay maxed out. You know I like the store to stay merchandise. I said, if you're on the floor, do it. And he was listening. I don't know if it's gonna go, transcend. I was like, and it's the same as the kitchen. I'm like, the girls know what to do. I'm like, just because it's assistant here that don't know what to do, and I'm gonna make y'all just do it. Like when I'm always gonna do. I know what Tiffany likes. When she's on vacation and another supervisor covers for her, she likes her explanation sent by end of day or Thursday. I still send my explanations to that supervisor because I know Tiffany likes that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't just be like, she out so I ain't gonna do it. Cause guess what? When she comes back, she gonna say, what y'all shit at? Like she did yesterday. Oh, I know you're out. Where's my out counter? You didn't tell your 2A? I'm like, I guess y'all don't see the bigger picture a lot of times. We don't have the luxury of not doing something and turning over a store like that and there's no repercussions. We don't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine yesterday, I was just like so embarrassed because then Johannes came and he texted the whole other store manager. It was like 780 is on fire. Can you send somebody? That person texted me and was like, hey, Johannes just texted me, said that your store is on fire. Do you need something? I was like, well, I'm out sick, first of all. I'm like, but why is Johannes? That's a facilitator. He messy. I said, why is he texting you and not calling me or texting me? I was like, and my 2A said, and initially it was, they had to get the store back up. I was like, but it's 4 in here now. We always run a store on Thursday with 4 people. It's fine. I was like, talking about, oh, well, I was like, and I don't appreciate him contacting me. I was like, because when clerks that you're texting other managers about somebody's store without the full context, it looks bad. And she was like, oh, well, he was my old clerk, and he's not feeling well, and he just said that y'all were struggling, so I was just trying to help. My bad. I was like, if he's not feeling well and you want to send a clerk to replace him, that's fine. But him contacting you, I'm like, and see how everything just trickled down. You see what I'm saying? And so I did end up telling Carla, like, right before her shift, like, hey, like, you can't do whatever. And then she called out. I knew she was pissed about whatever it was. She was like, when I came over her last night, she was like, she had a whole attitude. I'm like, why though? Like, why? You, okay, my bad. I let Miss Debbie leave. The shit was fucked up. I take it.
And maybe because
your mother texted me and
I
said,
got on her
my
too.
mama
I got on
coming.
Carla too.
Yeah, she said my mama said, either my mama gonna contact you or Carla. She said my mama coming up here. All I did was sit back shaking my head. Cause I was laying down, I was like, I'm gonna let them handle it because I'm not even about to get it. Cause I was about to say, it's no point of nobody coming up here to check nobody. I was gonna say that, but I was like, I'm just whatever.
Because like I say, I'm all working kids.
Because I'm like, I wasn't blaming you, so I don't know who blamed you.
So when I'm frustrated,
and neither was Janae. Janae was like, no, I was asking Carla.
When I'm
so maybe Kamaya called you.
Yeah, and when I'm frustrated, it's like I talk out my frustration. And working with kids, they don't take it like that. They take everything you say literally. So it's like, okay, I don't want nobody to be able to come back to you and tell you nothing I ain't say. So this is what.
So when you came up here to talk to Carla, did you see
she was like,
what she said?
Yeah, no, she was like, I am so sorry. She was like, I'm just. She said, this is my store. So she said, she was like, this isn't my store. I'm not used to the volume.
I was gonna say yes.
I'm so sorry. And I was like, it's okay. I was like, because in all honesty, I was prepared for you not to be able to send me home. I was like, it's fine because I signed up for it. So it's fine. I was like, I was actually willing to stay until 10 o'clock. So then that way you have the first on the floor. The kitchen is done.
Abby even told me her Wednesdays is busier than her Thursdays.
Yeah, that's why Tracy don't do Wednesdays no more. Because it was so busy and there was no kind of coverage. So because there was no kind of coverage, it's like she'll be getting hit in the kitchen. Abigail really couldn't do nothing because it's like she got the register and she only got one person on the floor. So it's like she was
But
like,
I gave
just
them,
didn't have
but I
any-
gave them the help now.
So
But
now,
I mean, you
yeah.
didn't know, but I'm like, yeah, I was just like, but today, you know, we came in a little bit better, and I'm just like, okay, well, I can do. I wasn't here the day before, whatever, but she called out. But in my spirit, I was like, I guess she called out. I didn't even say whatever. I get to the store. Well, they had already texted me at like 1 o'clock or like Carla called out. I was like, no, she was like 3 o'clock because she was like, she called at 3 o'clock on the dot. It was like 3:03. She texted me. She's like, she called. She's like, who just happened to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning? She's like, this is Quinn. I'm like, she comes to Quinn stuff before she left last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, but 780 will expose people.
And then
Their
like
weaknesses.
I said, I'm going home. I'm taking my ass back home. I'm kind of frustrated right now, and I'm pissed, and I'm not gonna do it. And I was like, I said, yeah, you're in here. I was like, now I know what y'all want me to do. Y'all want me to step up and kind of be like that guy and make sure no. I get paid $16 an hour. I'm gonna say my $16 an hour place, taking my ass home, but I say you can manage. I'm not. And I took my ass home. But I was like, I ain't got no more days, so I'm stuck.
Yeah. It really sent you over, but you had a personal day. So she just called me this morning because I got the message to write you up, but I was like, okay, I've been doing these, but Tiffany called me and was like, hey, she has a personal day, but they put her in as a sick day. So do you want me to flip it? I'm like, yeah, flip, you know what I'm saying? Because she was like, or do you want to just run her up? I'm like, no, flip it. She was like, okay, so, and I was like, well, I got her one-on-one as one to let her know. She back down to 0 days, so you just gotta be careful with
Until
that.
October.
Oh,
The end of
right
October.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
It's fine though, because I'm going, before I leave today, I think Corey has something planned on my birthday, which my birthday is on a Monday, so I already had took off Monday. I'm going to take off Tuesday too, because it's at like 7 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
So, but I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah, which we were gonna go over that in the meeting and stuff too, but yeah. And then you gotta stop overworking yourself. Now I feel like the last 3 weeks that you picked up extra shifts, you end up calling out one day that week.
Ain't that something?
I'm like, why you pick the extra shift up and then you still called out? So it's like you back to whatever days you had. I'm like, you killing herself.
And it's almost like I pick up the shift because I really like 780. And it's like I really see the potential that this store has. Unfortunately, I think anybody coming over here to work open shift, they don't care about this store because it ain't this store. So they don't care about this store. So it's like I'd rather put in the time than to let somebody else do it. I was even gonna come to you and because I know you do a lot of clerks or whatever. And I was like, maybe
Well, we got a new person that's in training right now.
okay.
I mean, I'm ahead of the game. Like, I put in first meetings before people. I mean, and the people we lost, we've already lost them. So it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, one Desiree export transfer 2 weeks ago, that was that. Like, she wasn't working to the schedule, so it didn't affect anything. Now this new thing, Maya wants to leave once she gets her car back. knows when that's gonna be. I don't know, but it doesn't matter because I already got in 2 more clerks. So I probably will have 2 more clerks starting by October 1st. So it's not that, you know, I'm not ahead of the game. Like I already put in these clerk needs before people was asking for transfers because it was my intention to get rid of people anyway. Because everybody's not for Quick Trip, everybody's not for this store. I'm not gonna, you know, I mean, I'm gonna be mindful of my tone when I speak to y'all because apparently nobody has tough skin and I'm just the worst person that ever graced this store, which that's bullshit. I know I'm not, but I do know that Nathan didn't set it up good for me because he was the person who let any and everything slide. He never said anything. For him to me, he said, I just really didn't know what was appropriate, what it wasn't to say to black women. He said this to me. So, and this was a store full of black women. So, of course, y'all ran the store. Y'all ran him. I'm not a pushover. I'm never going to push over. I'm not going to be a pushover. They tend to send me to stores a lot of times to fire people, to say exactly what I've been saying because they know I don't have an issue with it. No, I don't always like to be labeled as the bitch. You know, sometimes when I go home, it kind of bothers me a little bit. But Quick Trip will use people to do what they need them to do. And Tiffany even said, like, you don't know, it's like a reason you're over there. Like, it's okay. Whoever wants to quit, let them quit. They're not the Quick Trip. Whoever wants to transfer, it's okay. You can't run from problems. Me writing Desiree and Alita and teeing them up for tardy, she was like, they should have been written up and fired for their tardies. You can't have 22 tardies. So, of course, it looks like I'm just being the hard ass. I'm just doing my job. That's it. That's it. You know, Desiree felt the way that one incident where she felt like I yelled at her. If I'm getting 70 on my CSA and you see somebody spill something on the floor and you go through the pastry case, if I could do it all over again, I would respond the exact same way. I'm sorry. That could be a lawsuit or a CSA. Come on, like, you mad that I raised my voice at you across the store, but you got text messages that you laughing and joking with us showing us that your whole dude calling you bitches. So pick your, like, so what are you, so are you really mad that somebody that I disrespect?
Or did somebody put something in your ear?
Not even that, or did you just, are you mad that I'm holding you accountable? Which one is it? Are you really, is it really that I yelled at you and that hurt your feelings? Or you just mad that I'm holding you accountable?
Because like I told her, I was like, it's ways, if you feel disrespected, you don't let the disrespect keep going. And unfortunately, Desiree, nobody knows when you are hurt or anything. But she laughed at everything. Yeah. I said, if I feel like I'm being disrespected or something, you ain't get, there's no laugh. Like, why am I, what am I laughing for? I said, so if you do, and
that's what I texted her. I said, we all talk shit here at this store. I said, we laugh and joke every day. I said, so I'm not sure when that changed for you. And that's what I said. I said, and so if you felt like, I even texted twice, but she kept texting me. I said, if you felt disrespected, I apologize. I said, but we all join each other and talk shit every day. I said, so I wasn't aware when that changed for you. Then she just kept saying, you don't get my point, you don't get my point, so you can just transfer me. No, I hear you. I apologize. I don't agree with you. I don't have to agree with you because I hear you. I'm not going to change my stance on what I said. Like, if that is your mindset to leave a spill there and do the pastry case, then you probably was on that shift that got that 77. And I'll say it in front of Tiffany. And I did go to Tiffany and I said, hey, was I wrong for X, Y, and Z? Tiffany will tell me like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You said that and I'm like, oh. But I was like, she was like, absolutely not. Like, you can't be getting fucking 71 to 77 on your CSA. And if you see a clerk doing exactly that, she was like, she lucky it's you and not me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, you think me saying your name loud, because I literally said Desiree. And I did say, you're really going to do the pastry case before you get that spill up? But your response to me was, it ain't that serious. People make spills all day, every day.
Like I
Would she have told Tiffany that?
Nope. like I tell Tracy, I try to keep my mouth shut around these kids because they are so sensitive. But like I told, when I was venting yesterday, I said when I was in management, all y'all motherfuckers was retarded.
See what I'm saying?
All of y'all. I was like, I ain't
But sure,
tolerating
give
no
somebody a
bitch.
chance.
I said I don't tolerate nothing. I said I ran a whole store all by myself, and my supervisor called and was like, "What's going on?" Because he's looking at my times, he's looking at the numbers. He's like, I said I had to get rid of all of them because they're not doing it. They're fucking. He said, "No problem. I'm gonna send you up to do." But I'm not. You know what to do. It's like if nobody's here, I'm still gonna do what I'm supposed to do.
You do.
I'm still gonna do what I'm supposed to do. So
They take that, like you said, they take the opportunity to fuck off.
To fuck off, and then it's like this job is not hard, and I wouldn't even mind y'all keeping off out of 8 hours in a day, 1 hour. But y'all don't do shit. Do something. Mark the goddamn, like,
and they expect me not to just sit here and let my store go to shit. I'm not that person. You already told me, Isaiah, and they could get checks and the store be on fire. That ain't me. And I do, and guess what? I work too. So y'all can see me working. I be back here stocking cups, stocking lids. I be stocking your shit on your counter. Frustrating the hell out of you. Because I work, because I want y'all to see. I'm not asking y'all to do nothing that I'm not going to do. So that's what I'm saying. Like, am I supposed to just let the store just go to hell? I ain't gonna say nothing to them.
they just they too sensitive, and like I said, a lot of times it's like I just vent to Tracy because it's like I can't vent to them because it's like y'all take everything. Y'all, to me, they pick and choose. So according to this, when it comes to their job performance, oh, they take everything seriously. They take it home. But anything else, it's like y'all know when somebody's playing with y'all and when somebody ain't. But when it comes to this job and somebody tells you it shouldn't take you no fucking 2 hours, like time. She was like, why she putting me on the timer? Because bitch, you high as fuck, and it don't take no 8 hours to do no goddamn hot dog. That's why she put you on the timer. And if you was in, when I was in training, they timed me. Hey, you got 15 minutes to do this.
If you look at the dog, it tells you how much time you have. You have 18 minutes to do trash. It tells you, it gives you a minute.
And it
not just
don't
being a
take
butthole.
that long. It does not take that long. If you actually do what you want to do. Look, if we run over, Tracy ain't even gonna be mad. She's probably in the car seat. Her bitch ain't been,
Oh, she ain't been asleep yet.
She a night person. She's like, why she put it? Why couldn't she do it in the evening?
No. I know it. But yeah, but I know that y'all, I know you and your dirty. Like I said, y'all gonna do what y'all supposed to do, whether somebody here or not that y'all not supposed to. And that's why I ended up texting Tracy yesterday because I knew she was gonna make sure she was gonna get done when I asked her. And I think, and Carla ended up texting me, was like, and whatever list that you sent to Tracy, can you please send it to me so I'll have it? I'm like,
because Tracy is a sweetheart, but she don't want no leave.
I know.
You know, so it's like.
And I
probably
said,
when
thank you,
send-
sweetheart. No, I literally, because I'm like, I know she's gonna get it done.
So probably when you sent the list, it was probably asked, or she probably was like, well, Kiara sent me a list.
Yeah.
And then, so now Carla already up in her
Yeah,
feelings,
but it's
and
probably-
she felt like, oh, why she sending me why she sending her a list, not me?
Because I didn't want her to feel overwhelmed because I felt like what had already happened the night before was already made her feel away.
Mhm.
And so I was honestly trying to be the good person yesterday and be like, I don't want to, overwhelm her. But like I said, she called out. She was like, I ain't with this shit. I guess I ain't with this shit today.
Well,
Yeah.
I say my only issue, if you have, I'm not, my tone sometimes and my delivery sometimes makes it be kind of harsh. But here, you are my boss. I don't want to get no messages from nobody else. It frustrates me
Okay.
to get those messages from somebody when I'm like, yeah, it's like,
What message?
it could be
But if
something.
I'm working on the shoot with my assistant, that is their ship to run. I'm gonna tell them to tell y'all to do stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that people take that offensive because you know what's so funny? Because Maya said something to me in that text message the other day, like, and whenever you want something or you need something from me, you always tell other people to tell me. I'm like, because I don't. I'm here to support you guys. I'm here to do minimal work. When I'm working with a 1A or a 2A, so on Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, Friday, I don't have to say nothing to y'all. That's their shit. I may say something to y'all if I want to, but it's my thing is, hey, you're gonna tell such and such and do X, Y, and Z. Make sure you tell such and such. That's their shit to run.
Maybe because the messages come back as, instead of them taking their power, they'll say
Kiara said it.
They say Kiara said it, instead of taking their power. Yeah. Whereas when you go to them, it's like, hey, make sure your purpose is A, B, C, D. They don't come back and tell us, hey,
just do it. They don't say,
They say, hey, Kiara said do A, B.
Well,
and it's like,
even still, why is that offensive to y'all? I don't understand it.
Because it makes it. You. And I'm like, I don't take offense because I know I could be like that too. But it's like you get in your mood. Maybe not intentionally or whatever you got going on, it's like you're in your zone, you're in your mood. So me, I don't want to, I don't know what kind of mood, I don't know. So until you show me that you are approachable, I'm going to stay back. Because it's like, hey, her mood or her zone ain't got nothing to do with it.
But a lot of that is you guys just assuming. Because just because my face is a certain type of way, or just because I am in the zone a lot of times, it be me having to respond to these emails, it be me having to respond to her text messages, her phone calls, it be something that I ain't even studying y'all half the time. It's nothing personal. But you guys make the informed decisions to just be like, oh, she's in a mood. I don't even know what I'm thinking.
And then I think it might be better now. With Jay as your last time, it didn't work.
So what?
With Jay being like the middle person, it didn't.
Why was she? I never told Jay
it didn't work. So
to tell y'all no, she's not my middle person.
So say for instance, and like I say, maybe because maybe they felt they had a certain power because of, if that makes sense. So it's like, that's not my, you not, she is.
But from my understanding, however Jay is, I heard she's been like this before I ever got to this store. Thinking that she runs this store. Yeah, that's what I was told by Michaela when I got here. That's your store? She don't run shit. We hear that any new RA comes in there on on Sunday morning, she thinks that she can, tell them what to do, run their shift, answer the phone, do this, all that, whatever. This came from her boss's boss. Told me when you get there, that's your store. You let her know that's your store. So I didn't cause her to be however she is.
Michaela, for some reason, I don't know what it is. Her and Jay don't gel.
I know.
And Jay sometimes she does overstep her boundaries.
Okay.
I
appreciate your understanding.
Yeah, Jay does overstep her boundaries sometimes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, because you don't know.
She's not store operations, is for one. And that's what I told her when I pulled her back in the day. I was like, you answering the phone and not giving it to me. Because any other security that's here, they'd be like, oh, let me let you speak to the manager. You just taking it upon yourself or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that's unacceptable. I was like, and any other time when you would move with me, you would hand me the phone, you know what I'm saying? Or you would communicate such and such, you know what I'm saying? You're doing So yes, I'm like, I said, you're not over the store operations. But, but whatever Jay was coming back saying to y'all, that was her own doing. I ain't never told her to run my store. And I don't even come off as that type of person. I have no issue with telling y'all what I need y'all to do. I ain't never told her now because she's cool with y'all and she wants to say what she wants to say. That's just what she's doing. And she's been doing it before I got here. But again, people tend to not get to the bottom of stuff sometimes. They just want to believe what they want to believe. So if she's been coming and saying do this, do whatever, and y'all already feel like, or people already be like, oh, well, Kiara has attitude, or I ain't gonna say this, they just gonna believe that maybe I told her to tell y'all that instead of just coming to action. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff is assumption in this story. A lot of times, because all the shit that we talked about me in these group chats and these text messages and amongst each other, it's funny to me. It's irritating sometimes, but a lot of times it's funny to me because nobody's ever coming to me and saying that stuff. That's the first thing. Secondly, a lot of y'all trying to get to where I'm at. I have my black bag. Y'all don't. Thirdly, I'm still getting $1,000 every Wednesday, if not more, on bonus week. Whether you come to work or you don't. You getting mad, calling out, don't hurt me. My check is still what it is. That doesn't affect me. My mortgage, $1,592, is still gonna be paid. That's what y'all don't understand. Y'all have kids. These people get mad at me. You got 2 kids to feed. You got 2 mouths. It's just me. I have a car that works. I'm not in a real estate. I'm not trying to be shady right now, but I'm giving it the real. While people are trying to be a certain type of way, you being mad and talking shit about me don't affect my life. It's not gonna make me nothing. That's what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna lose my job. I'm still gonna be at 780. Because that's what Quick Trip wants. I'm doing stuff by policy. I tell y'all all the time, when I put those messages in medical notification, I do that to cover myself. I can text y'all phones. I'm not putting all these first numbers in my phone. That's the first thing. But secondly, guess what Quick Trip can do? They can go back and look at any message I sent y'all. Any message I send y'all. So whenever y'all want to act, I'm not gonna say y'all from you. Like, oh, you didn't know something? Kiara, I send motherfucking messages all the time.
Like I told you, I said,
I'm so detailed.
I said, this bitch loves sending these damn messages.
Because I work with a group of people that I can't trust.
But, like I told you,
and I'm going to cover myself every time.
Me and Tracy was talking about that on the way here. And she was saying, yeah, 89 said we couldn't make this thing. I was like, why not?
Because they've been.
And she was like, I said, she put it in the notes like a month ago.
Yeah, he said, oh, well, what I had planned was, he was playing even before that.
No, it wasn't.
To buy some tattoos. But guess who came today? One-on-one is one. Because if he didn't show up to his one-on-one that I've been telling him, he was going to get a documentation on Monday.
Tracy told me.
I can't make you go to the meeting, but your one-on-one is Minnesota.
You know you're going to get rolled up. You know she's going to write her. And I told
He called me.
I told these people, I said, listen, this is not Nathan. I said, the one thing Nathan did for me that I appreciate, he didn't tell me who was coming, because I'm pretty sure he knew who was coming.
But he don't really know me. Me and Nathan didn't know each other.
All he told me was, whoever come over here might not be like me.
Well, I mean, yeah, he knows I'm not like him.
So be prepared. So be on your shit, basically. Be on your shit. Because if you ain't on your shit, they gonna be on yours. And so I was like, gotcha. So it's like that same message. I'm trying to relate. Hey, she on her shit, and everything if she writes you up, why did she write you? What did you do to get the write up?
Thank you.
What did you do?
Y'all are in control of your own destiny. You know, that's why I said you in control of your target. You in control of your day. I don't have you crazy. You still in.
You control the fucking. Hey, anybody want to work for me today? 1 to 8. This guy down 12 o'clock, and you ask him. You ain't know you ain't want to come. And I told him, if you don't want to come to work,
but change your availability.
shit.
Change your availability.
post a shift or ask ahead of time. I said, because you never know. People might want to do it.
Or
I
you
was like,
say, and that's what she said, like, you so quick to use one day. No, when y'all call me about something, you want to sit there first of the day. I have 80 other things that I'm worried about. I'm not about to baby you. And I know Kamaya was pissed off the other day when she talked about, oh, when she found out that Abby wasn't here no more, she texted Abby like, hey, can I come in at 4 o'clock? And Abby was like, huh? And Abby was like, call the store. And then Abby called me, and she was like, I was like, but she asked me because she expected you to be here. She don't know you're not here no more. And she was like, yeah. I was like, so let her know you're not here no more. You're gone. So she did or whatever, but then come on and call. And I'm like, she was like, hey, I will be late. And I was like, this is what I said. I said, how late? I said, as a matter of fact, I said, what time you supposed to be here? She said 3. I said, how late? She said, I don't know. Now, they don't tell the story of whenever they get nasty with me first. Mm-hmm. They only just tell my response. I said, what you mean you don't know? She's talking about, because I got a cold. That's exactly what I said. What does you having a cold have to do with what time you're going to be to work? I think that was a valid question, Miss Kim. Mm-hmm. She said, because I don't feel good. I said, so do you want a sick day if you don't feel good? That's a valid question. Because at this point, I'd rather get you in and be fine coverage and not have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? She says, no, I don't want to use a day or whatever. I just want to come late. I said, that's not how it works. I need to know that there's going to be coverage for the shift. I ain't went through all that work. You know what? Just forget it. I'll just be there at 3 o'clock. And hung up the phone. But those are type of situations that they come back to the store team and then they get in the kitchen and they sell y'all about. And the children are so childish, they take her side. But when I just explained what happened to you, I didn't say my voice didn't sound a certain type of way, nothing. I told you exactly the words. However she took it is however she took it. But you can't, it's a job that you signed up for. You either want to do the job or you don't. I don't have time for it. It may see me saying stuff like that, like, you want to sit there personally. What are you, because, come on, because I'm on the register and I'm trying to hear you out. And what you're telling me is you sick. You want a sick day. Do you want a sick day? You don't get the option to tell me you don't know what time you're going to make it because you don't feel good. She didn't say, well, I'm going to get there at 3:30. You want to come at 4 because you got a cold. That doesn't change you being sick. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, and then when she came in, she didn't speak, of course. Talk about that. Went right back in the kitchen, talking to Maya, doing whatever. Just like Maya texted me the other day, this store message, I'm like, honey, I told you I said something about you. I said, why didn't you say something to me before I left the store? We could have rectified it then, because I don't even know what you're talking about. Well, it was told to me after you left. Okay, that's fair. If you said something told you, that's fair. But I don't even know what you're talking about. But I said, but I hear that you talk about me all the time. That's what I told her. I said, and I don't care. I don't say nothing to you about it. I said, because you want to know why? It's he said, she said, I don't care. I was like, that's crazy to me. Well, everybody at this store thinks that you have an attitude. It's not just me. I said, I don't care what everybody at the store thinks. I said, everybody in the store told me that you still. I said, but I couldn't tell you something about it. Oh, I told Abby that I was told that everything is free for drinking and eating when you're in the kitchen. I'm sure she told you. I said, no, she didn't tell me. I was like, but that's not true. I was like, but again, people tell me all the time that you talk shit about me. I said, but I ain't said nothing to you about it. I said, because I don't care. She's talking about, I ain't never had an issue with you. Okay, and I ain't never said nothing to you. Like, and it's funny to me, I'm like, all of y'all sit there and laugh and joke with each other. And then y'all tell each other, y'all can't wait till that person not at work to come back and talk to me. Everybody who y'all think don't like me are the same people who be texting me and calling me and telling me everything the other person said. But I'm not an idiot. I know if you telling me what they said, or what did you say in the conversation. But again, I'm like, I don't care because what y'all saying about me is not, y'all don't know nothing about me. It's not valid. The only thing y'all are mad about is literally that I hold y'all accountable. Yeah. That's it. I ain't called none of y'all out y'all name. I ain't never cursed at none of y'all or nothing. Have I raised my voice at y'all before? Somebody? Absolutely. But some of y'all, I don't even work with some of y'all. Like Savion, he ain't never, I'm getting off every time he comes to work because he only works people. So if you ain't on the conversation, you just piggyback out somebody because me and you ain't, and when I do interact with him, it's nothing but positive vibes. Nothing. Because he don't give me nothing but positive vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, Faith just came back, but I'm like, she's a sweetheart. I ain't got nothing, I mean, she's a little slow, but I'm like, TK never worked one shift with her because she works evenings. I'm like, so if she, not that anybody ever said she said anything, but if she did, it would simply be a lie because I've never interacted with her. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, and I didn't have no beef with Miss Tanny. I'm like, so if Miss Tanny is saying something, I don't know what she could be saying. Not saying they said you said anything, but I'm like, and Tracy, every time I see her, it's good morning, have a good day, babe. I never work with Tracy either. So she don't have no idea of how I am. Me and her never had no interaction. I'm like, so it leads it down to like two people at the store. Kamaya now, and Desiree. But I'm like, I'm not to sound funny, but
Could you cut that water off?
oh, that's what that sister's name was talking about. He said they try to say that I don't leave enough product. It's really because they leave it running and what they not supposed to. I'm like, yeah. We got a different one today though.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
black man. It wasn't white.
It wasn't him.
He
He used to didn't leave us nothing. Now, I think, and the only reason why I mentioned it to you was because
Well, I'm glad you
when
did.
the store manager, when he see new management
He
in
just
the
do
store,
anything.
then he do whatever. Because when Isaiah first got here, this nigga wasn't leaving no mop heads. He wasn't doing nothing. And all they would do is all Isaiah would do is just sign the paper. But it's like now for a whole week, we don't have no mop heads. We don't have enough dish detergent. We don't have nothing. And
we got so many rags. Did we open this right here?
I know.
I got bags.
It's some over there.
It's some in my trunk.
But they deemed us on our food audit one
Because we
time
didn't have no-
because we didn't have no sanitizer. So it's like,
That
hey,
was right though. That's what you have to
y'all-
communicate.
so listen, this man right, when you see him, please
There
check
was a
him.
black man today though. I think he might be our new person. He's like, I've been out. I ain't never been to this one. And he's like, I'm gonna give y'all an extra mop head. He did, but it was a black man. Whatever.
See?
But yeah, so that was funny that you said that. But Miss Tammy, I know you want to do the yoke. You do what you're supposed to do. You're a little stubborn sometimes, but I don't. With the days that I know you being stubborn, I'll be like, I'm not going in the kitchen today. I'm not going there. I'm not going to touch your bread. I'm not going to touch your nothing. And then by the end of our shift, you be laughing and you talking. I'm like, but you know, I feel like that's just us being mature. Just us being mature adults knowing when somebody's probably having a day or having a moment, and you just let that bypass. But it still doesn't stop us from doing our job. Still doesn't stop us from whatever. I like the fact that you care about your customers and them being able to get what they need. If nobody don't care about them customers get what they need, you care about what your customers need, and I like that about you. Because a lot of people, yeah, they don't want to give them what they want anyway. So I do notice that, like, I don't say a lot of stuff a lot of times, but when I'm talking to my boss or they asking me questions or whatever, believe I'm talking people up that need to be talked to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't for me to come to everybody every day and be like, oh, I told Cindy that you did this good or good job or whatever. And whenever y'all, you know what I'm saying, whenever you people are doing a good job, because I'm going to get no taps on my back. Whether we do, trust me, you'll know when you fuck up, but pictures never going to let you know when you do right.
Exactly.
They never, but they don't let you know when you do wrong. So I done kind of took on that. But I typically, like, when I go around the store or something, and I come, even sometimes when I come to the kitchen, I'm like, okay, I see you, it's clean in here. That's my way of saying good shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not oblivious. I see what's going on. And honestly, all the drama or he said she said it going to the store, I personally don't dislike anybody at the store. I know they probably won't believe it, but I'm like, I don't even know y'all. All I know is your work ethics. And that's some of y'all I know y'all work ethics because I work with y'all. Some of y'all, I still really don't know your work ethics other than what other assistants have told me. I don't have no reason to personally dislike anybody. I know that's the word on the street. But I don't dislike Kamaya. I don't dislike Maya. I don't dislike anybody. Do I dislike some of the situations that has occurred? Yeah, but I'm human. But I don't dislike anybody. I don't want to see anybody wrong. I don't want to see anybody not do well or anything like that. So, you know, I wish that was more of the narrative that's being painted at the store, but I'm a firm believer. You look for bad, you find bad, you see bad. You look for something good, you find good. So,
and unfortunately, the balance in the store has become basically all young black females. And, you know, they always ask me, I'm not kids. I don't fuck with nobody's kids. Now, I'll fuck with mine.
yeah, absolutely.
But y'all know better. I don't have time because the way I talk, Tracy get it 10 times worse. She get it 10 times worse. So if I say something to y'all, I wish y'all would try to go back and say, because everything I'm gonna say to you has something to do is job
Related, yes, not personal.
and it's like, and I'm a big girl. I use words. So, but you a big girl. I say I never dealt with people when I was in the hiring and get my crew. I say I never dealt with people whose parents came up there and asked what we hiring or if he was not 18. Because I feel like 18 is grown. You grown, right? So you grown. So you won't have all these big girl words that come out my mouth. I need you to do your fucking job. That's what I need. I need you to do. That's why I always like they need to have a kitchen, especially with everything that they trying to do.
We've explored it. And resource is something that we talked about.
Yeah, especially with everything that they're trying to do now. It's like that way you have accountability, and it's not just on the store manager or the
one thing is the FSC.
Yeah, and
but
it's like
they
it's a
still
lot.
have stuff that they have to be responsible on the point line. So yeah.
So, and look at now. It's like now we technically we don't have a 1A.
They do start Monday. There was only 1 week we was out, but they wasn't supposed to. Abby wasn't supposed to be full this week. It was supposed to be a smooth transition. She leaves next Monday, and our new 1A comes up, and it's a guy. And Tiffany was like, "So you're gonna have an all male staff?" I said, "Please just thank you." She was like, "They're gonna start saying you're sexy. They can say what they want to say. I don't care." But she's like, when you think about it, you're gonna have all males. And when they go get there, your 2A is already there. Your flex is a man. Your NA is a man. And your RA, when you get her out of here, I'll be a man too. Because she's leaving too. Because I had to write her up, so now she has to go. So she's like, you don't care if they call you sexy. They say everything else about me. I don't know what. She's like, so you want male clerks too? There ain't a lot of male clerks.
Right.
They just only boy. And that pisses me off because I'm like, man, they just do God.
And
It's no drama.
but sometimes like Jalen is good, but I think Jalen needs a bit because
Jalen also comes from a slow source. So Jalen has to be used to 7-8.
because he's always in like worker mode, which is great.
But sometimes he
But
be going
sometimes
back
it's
doing
like,
like,
okay, it's time for you to be out of worker mode. It's time for you to delegate something, to do that, and in a way, because when you first said you wanted an all male group, it was like, but then it's like I get it because a lot of times, especially with us as black women, we tend to give that pushback.
the pushback, I was just say,
So
and
that's
all
why
the
it's
I
like,
had 2 female clerks. I had 4 male clerks. All my assistants were male. 11, 12, I had got it to a point where I just came to work. I could say do it. They get trash. They get food. They don't say nothing.
so it's
Just
like,
my
if
2A, you was
feel
good
like
like
I give you pushback, roll your eyes, be like, now Miss Cat,
But you don't really bother. That's the thing. Like, I don't bother you. Like, you be in the kitchen, you do your thing, and
so,
here and there, I'm like, you okay, Miss Tammy? Like, say less. That's it. Like, I'm like, I don't not that manager. Like, I ain't begging y'all. I'm not doing nothing. I'm like,
It's
Abby
your
used to
job.
be worse than me.
And Abby used to be on, and like I said, like I told them, I was like, because they always used to talk about how close me and Abigail was. And I was like, yeah, but, you know, Nathan had to pull us to the back.
To get
And basically, he threatened my job. Because I did. It was a total disrespect on the pushback. And I was like, and after that point, it was like, I think she learned how to say stuff, and I learned how to say stuff, even in my pushback. But shit, Abigail be on, she be on her.
But she do. I'm like, I hear Abigail talk to y'all sometimes. I'm like, I don't even talk to y'all about how she do, and y'all didn't have an issue with her. But Abigail was like, no, yes, they do be having an issue with her. She was like, they do. She like, especially when I first got here, she was like, no, they do. And even Kamaya, that first time she worked with her, Abigail was like, she cursed at me, and you like turn on her or whatever. And I said, when I see her, I said, I'm take my belt off. I was like, people cut you that. I didn't cut you off. I'm like, I ain't even coming at you hostile. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all our interactions be good. So it'd be funny to me that y'all go back and tell y'all coworkers something different. Like that is either
I think
they want to have something to agree on,
and I think
something in common.
I think it's because they are now being held. Because like I said, when I got to this store, because I came from Covington, Warren, and I don't care what nobody says.
You was over there with Jesse?
That
And
was
then
my,
you was here with Will. Oh, that's crazy.
that is my, when I tell you I love him and his staff, like it was nothing. Like we never had hours, because the people that he had working on that store, if they see something that's lower, they put it on the order. You know, they ain't gotta wait for, he gave the power, but he also, right. So it's like,
But my people can't even do their regular job.
and it's so fucking, and
But I've heard that it's always been the clerks here.
it's the clerks, and like I told,
No, I heard the staffing across the board.
so
It's been slow part.
from the man, and like I said, everything starts from the head. So if the head ain't right, the body ain't gonna be right? So when I got here, it was Jaquil. Tracy quit under Jaquil.
No, I've heard something about it.
So, and Tracy quit now, mind you, because when Tracy was going through with Jaquil, you would think that me and Jaquil was best friends. Because I was like, well, Tracy, as a manager, you know you're not supposed to have that. You know you're not supposed to do this. You keep getting tattoos, and you know you ain't supposed to. So she was like, you always want to take her side. No, it's not that. I'm just want you to do what you're doing. So what you're doing is not policy. So but when she got to the point where she was getting ready to quit, it was Will and her name was Kaya, and they were like Kaya was her adopted daughter, like so. And they were really close. She used to let that girl wear Uggs and Crocs, everything. And it's like, and so when I got to the store and I'm looking at this, because I came to the store when Kaya went out on maternity leave. So when she came back, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like,
Oh, no, you ain't gonna say that. Exactly.
so
everybody
and so it's like, I used to do it on purpose. I'm wearing my Uggs. So she was like, you can't wear your Uggs.
Oh, no,
I said, well, you gonna hold everybody accountable, because if you threaten me with right up, two of them threaten one right up. So it was like, now Kaya, and now that was done, but you still got the tattoos out, you still got the piercings out, you still do whatever. And so that girl used to be up here doing her homework on quick computer using their color pencil. Okay? So it's like, what do you expect your who to be like? Okay, so then we got Jesse. That's when we got Jesse, but then he got in that shit. But everybody loved Jesse. Jesse was he was turning everything around.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
what
like
I'm talking
he working, so everybody working. It was good, but Jesse didn't last long here because of all that
all
bullshit.
these people. So then that's when we got this new set of people too.
So then we got Nathan.
Yeah, but you also got your Myers and your.
Yup, that's when Nathan got here because Tiffany was on. When Michaela got her promotion, Tiffany came over and Tiffany was on Nathan's ass because I guess she's looking and it was like this one don't need. Why are they still here? Where's the paperwork? Do I have to look at videos? Do I have to do this? Because if I got to do this, then what do I need you for? And I was like, oh shit, yeah, okay. So a lot of people got rid of, and now we have this. So it's like, and they wasn't held accountable because Nathan.
Yeah, he was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Yeah.
So it's like,
and now I come.
And now we got this new manager, and it's like, they kids. They trying to see how far they can go, and they don't like the fact that, damn, okay, this ain't a Nathan. But guess what? You wouldn't have liked Jesse either, because Jesse held your ass accountable too. Like I used to, at 721, I had it real bad, especially the way the kitchen was set up. And I have on my AirPods watching Netflix, and you'd be like, now, stand up before you sit down and tell you this. You know you can't do this. Get that out. Come on now. You showing them that they can do it. So, hey, come on now. You already done turned the kitchen around, so come on now. Don't do that. No, that's fair. Damn it, Jesse. So it's like, he held your ass accountable too. So what you want? Come on now. This is a job. Just do the job and then take your ass home. Be happy on Wednesday when you get your check. And
that's why even when I first got here, Abby was like, tired.
Time is to go. And Savion, I'm disappointed in Savion. And I'm disappointed in Savion because your daddy is a school manager. And this is the shit, like, regardless of anything, you're a reflection of your daddy. And it's like,
but a lot of people don't know.
I'm like, you're a reflection of your daddy. And it's like,
But he don't have the name for you.
no, he doesn't.
And that's what a lot of people do. People are, I can train skills. In a little slow. I can tell you that's one of them. I said, you be playing slow or you really slow on doing it? He said about some stuff I really don't know. I said, but other stuff you just be playing because you don't want to do it. Say this. I mean, we had a good one on him. But behavior, time,
Yeah, those
I guess you don't. But, I mean,
because that's how they really been talking about lately, is trying to get up out of here. And I want to tell Ty so bad. Don't nobody want me.
no, I already told her. She gave me 2 stories. I told her to give me other stories. I'll check them out. But I said 2 stories she gave me, X-23. They said they didn't meet anybody. And X-23 looked at your car and said, no, it's really not the party. I don't want to. I literally told her that.
I'm like,
And it's so crazy because I got to look at the party today. I just didn't get it this morning. So that's, and you can't move when you, oh my God.
I said,
Yes, you have to move.
neither don't know that.
And then like
Most of them
Desiree or Leah, one of them they had like 6 2. But when I put the both of them, they both were like, yeah, we just been skating along, but why y'all take advantage of it? You know what I'm saying? Just making it good.
And like I said, I hate being late. And I hate paper. So it's like,
Yeah, but once it's all in their book, they just need a feeder.
And then it's on
supervisor
there.
has access to
I'm
it.
like, man, it's on there for like, because at court was like, well, what if, because one day he was like, what if you called in today? I said, I said, I ain't got no days.
Your
And
days is automatically a year by year.
I
They don't
said,
matter. But the first one is definitely, it's a year.
I said, and I said, I could get reprimanded.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
was like, and I'm not trying to get reprimanded because you want to spend the day together.
Yeah,
Nigga, I'll
you
be
get
back
fired,
here.
but you get reprimanded.
I'm like, I'll be back at 1. I'll get off at 1. I'll be back. But I'm not taking off no day
Yeah.
just because you want to spend the day. Nigga, we had to.
Yeah.
So, I hate paper. So, and that's,
Because I know you're doing like what they're doing.
she probably not the fuck
Oh,
ever.
it's 10:13. We've been talking.
Oh, Lord.
So this is Anitra is going to discuss attendance to review teamwork and communication. That's all we can talk about. Anitra, the district and the FSC will work on asking and receiving help while in FSC. Anitra will make sure that she comes to work on her scheduled shifts and also not pick up extra shifts that she can't stay obligated to. You're going to stop overworking yourself. Anitra knows the feedback and ask questions that will help improve the curriculum as a whole. Anitra will continue to get in more for and register time. I don't know when, because clearly you're my body part. So I want you to be more efficient on the floor of register. Just in case you have to eventually one day you get up to another store and they got a 5 o'clock morning clerk. I don't want you to be like so lost. Like I ain't been on this register in 13 months. You know what I'm saying? So we'll figure it out or whatever. But right now, you know, this is what we have. But yeah, good work. Probably not bad.
Thanks.
I just, all right, I'm gonna do it. That's whenever you wasn't supposed to clock in, I saw you clock in. I'm about to
And you
finish
know
your
what?
time. That,
Okay.
it's gonna take out automatically.
Okay, because I wasn't sure.
So you can edit it.
I wasn't sure how it was gonna work.